if you're planning on a road trip down to Geoje from Ulsan, here's some things that you're going to need. First of all, you're gonna need some time. Hopefully a weekend, maybe, so you have a couple of days to spend on the island or half island. Then the second thing you're gonna need, so it doesn't have to be a weekend. It could be a weekend, or it could be whatever, a couple of days during the day, week rather. The second thing you're gonna need is a car. And because a car is a lot cooler than a bus, first of all. Second of all, because there is no direct route, no direct bus route from Ulsan to Geoje, you have to take a transfer bus into Busan and then transfer into Busan onto a bus that goes from Busan to Geoje. So that's the second thing you're gonna need. And the third thing you're going to need is a friend. You need a friend. That's the third thing you need. And just like that, we're in Geoje. There's literally nobody here. Absolutely nobody here. We made it down in record time, I think 3 hours or so. And drove all the way through the entire island to the very tip, the most southern tip, almost the most southern tip of the island. And the goal is to just do nothing, literally, for today. And stay the night somewhere in some tiny little place with a dry and relatively warm corner for a bed, and then we'll see what else is there to do. Get some food and then just enjoy the view. Check it out, it's just me and the ocean. My buddy stayed behind there, he left me all alone, me and the splashing waves. There's a lot of seaweed farming over there off that beach. You could probably scramble across here, get over to the other one. Looks like we're not the first ones to be here. Look at that. Some pillars at some point in time. Hey? Yeah, it's nice here. Very nice. So my buddy, with a pulled hamstring, decided that he's going to continue on to his marathon. And so now we are in this picturesque area on Geoje, following a bunch of people in black to the race that's going to take place within the next few minutes, 45 minutes or so. He ain't gonna make it though. I'm sure he's gonna wimp out, start complaining about his hamstring. But this place is nice. Look at that. Duckies, very picturesque. That's the superstar. He's shy. Damn. I love spandex. Looks like a good turnout for this marathon, or half of it. Black color is the dominant one, it seems. I'll be running in my yellow jacket. Somewhere in that sea of people is my buddy, giving his best to run the first 10 minutes and then give up after his hamstring calls it quits on him. There are 3 races. There is a 4 kilometer, 10 and a half marathon. He chose to do the half, but I don't even think he's gonna finish a 4. Well, this marathon is taking place. I'm gonna head over there, have a look at that copious amount of glass that's been stacked together on top of one another. See what that is. There's some kind of weird face hanging up, but I don't know. There's nothing else to do around here for the time being, so I've got some time, depending on whether he's actually going to finish that bloody marathon or not. He's gonna crap out halfway through, and I guess he's gonna be calling me to pick his ass up somewhere along the way. But if he does manage to get through it, then that's like 2.5 hours of time. This looks like a botanical garden or something. There's a bunch of plants here, hot houses. But I tell you one thing, it's bloody cold. I mean, it's not super duper cold, but if you gotta run a marathon in this, I know you warm up. I'm not a runner. I have no idea how your body responds to this temperature. It's freaking freezing. My face is numb. But there's a bunch of like little houses. There's a giant one. I guess it's a hot house. So maybe being inside of it might be a good idea for now. Oh, check it out. Wonder if it ever gets packed. It's pretty bloody empty right now. You'd figure there'd be a lot of people. There's literally nobody here. You'd expect a bunch of people here. See, there's a little dome here with plants and stuff. As I thought, nice and temperate over here, man. Check it out. They've got like rock plants kind of growing. Don't touch. Do not touch. Orchids. Very nice. Not sure how this stands out as in terms of content for any YouTube channel. Look at that, it's a Geoje jungle dome and it's closed. What a bummer. What a bummer. Totally closed. Wow. 안녕하세요.
네, 안녕하십니까.
언제 시작해요?
9시 반.
9시 반이요?
Yes.
9:30 opens up. Yeah, 9:30. That's the 10 kilometers, 4 kilometers. Yeah, so that opens at 9:30. Presently, it is 9:24. Okay. All right, so that works. So they should be opening up in like 6 minutes. I wonder if I need tickets or what? Maybe not. So in a few minutes we'll be back in the jungle dome. Excellent. So I have no idea how that works. There is a booth over there and it says tickets for this place, but it's closed. So I'm not sure if I need to buy a ticket. Even if I wanted to buy a ticket, I can't because it's closed. So, I mean, it just opened up. There's a woman. I'm just gonna walk up to the door and see if I can go in. So it looks like we need a ticket. Gotta get a ticket first and get my ass in there. So let's go get a ticket. Alright, baby, I got my ticket. We're gonna check out the jungle dome of Geoje.
몇 분이세요?
한 명은.
네.
Yeah. Whoa. Looks like a big place, this jungle dome. In a Korean fashion, very organized. To a degree, of course, as expected. So far it's just a big hot house, which is nice to be out of the cold. Ceiling looks pretty impressive. These giant fans. There is a road that takes you through this jungle. The shadows from these fans look like pterodactyls flying around. But this looks like a pretty cool place. Check it out. You can come out here and take a picture of yourself on a bird's nest. And of course Lady directs people because how else could it be? Bunch of these random places you can go and explore. Where does this go? This goes back to the top. Oh, this goes back to the top. Okay, it's like a labyrinth here, you're gonna get lost. I got stuck behind these people taking pictures of their grandkids at every single goddamn corner. Made it past. Let's continue exploring. Woo! The mask. People take pictures of every single bloody stuff. They'll find like random places and there's always a photo zone somewhere. The whole thing idea in Korea, when you go to like places of interest, the whole idea is to collect as many pictures that you will never look at again, ever. More pictures. People just stopping random, taking pictures of plants, like. Oh, there's some parrots down there. I'm gonna check those out in a minute. I find it fascinating how people manage to jam so many different species and varieties of plants into a tiny little space like this. It's the background of it. Not sure if I'm supposed to be here. This is probably not really meant for viewership because you've got all these fans here that are not very sightly. Little birdies. Hello, little birdie. They should be flying around in the giant dome, free. That would be a lot more fun than having them in a little cage like that. Flying around and pooping everywhere. That would be an adventure. Oh, more pictures for the grandkids. Here are the cockatoos.
Hello, cockatoo. Hello, cockatoo.
Check it out, they got some fruit trees. Very cool. And here are pineapples. Just in case you're wondering, people don't believe me, pineapples grow in the ground. They're right here is a tiny little pineapple. Pineapples don't grow on trees. There is some kind of, what is it, grapefruit or citrus? No idea. And I think this may be halabong. There's something about being in front of a waterfall that makes you want to go jump in and swim. Waterfalls are soothing, I find. Now this tree is pretty cool. It's called Ficus umbellata, also known as umbrella fig tree. And it's got like this very pronounced, I don't know, vines hanging down. It makes it look very jungle-like. Actually, being around trees, man, there's something to it, to the whole tree hugging thing. Some of these plants are really cool. It's actually nice to be inside this dome, surrounded by all the greenery. I don't really want to leave. That looks like poison ivy. Hawaiian hibiscus. I gotta get out of here. Get some scram. I'm freaking hungry. And the last sandwich I had here was 3,500 won, and it was literally one slice of bread cut in half with a bunch of lettuce jammed inside, half a slice of ham, half a slice of cheese, because obviously that was sliced in half, and maybe maybe half a slice of an egg and a third slice of a tomato. That was it, and that was 3,500 won. So I ain't gonna eat in here again. Maybe if I can find a convenience store and get some freaking shitty scram, like I don't know, noodles or whatever. But that's the exit right here, so I'm gonna head out and see if I can find something further outside. Ooh, still cold out here. That slide looks wicked. And it may be open. Whoa, let's check it out to see if I can get up there. Probably gonna cost money. Massive slides. I wonder if it's just for kids. 여기는 한테 티켓이 필요 있어요? 네? 여기 티켓이 필요 있어요? 네. 야.
1시간 12,000원.
여기요? 와우. 오케이. 1 hour, 25,001. Not bad. Unfortunately, there are no convenience stores around here. I gotta trek back to the car, which is somewhere over there past the stadium. So I'm gonna trek back down to the car and see if I can find some convenience store somewhere nearby. But this is a really nice area. Check it out, man. You got this botanical garden stuff here, herb stuff, which opens up at 9:30. This guy's already done. That's a 10 kilometers. I guess he's finished sooner than he expected. And I haven't heard from my buddy, which means that maybe his hamstring is doing okay and he keeps on trekking. So good for him, I guess. But in the meantime, it's freaking, time is it? 10:15. And I haven't had breakfast. Only had a cup of tea and a toast with some jam on it, man. And now the crabby sandwich here. So I gotta get some scram or... Do I feel hungry? A little bit hungry, yeah. And then figure out what to do for the rest of the day. While I wait, after my little walk, a bit bored, so decided to get some noodles and a bit of a protein drink. Good time killer. My buddy's about 6 kilometers away, I guess. That's according to his video, so I don't know how long that takes. I was expecting you to be crawling back. You made it in one piece.